I switched over too soon, but I'm here. I'm still testing chat to make sure it's fine. I'm waiting for it to confirm. There's my text. That's good. There's some volume. Real quick, let me just double check one more thing. This is such nice music, which is sad because I know it's not that nice of a game. Gotta put the baby camera in front of me. I got things a little more, I don't know. Things are rearranged on my desk right now, so it's a little different. And I put the game on the other monitor this time, so it's weird. It's weird. I'm working with it. Almost there. Almost there. And do that. Beautiful. I might sneeze, I apologize. I lit a candle and for some reason the candle was bothering me. Anyways, here's the game. It's definitely loaded up. There it is. I'm a bit delayed on my stream. I see that now. But we seem to be good. But like I said on this title, it's my first time playing this. I watched Cinnamon Toast Ken play this a while back ago. I think it was like 3 years ago or something like that. When the game itself came out in 2017. Take a sip. 2017. So 18, 19, 20, 21. 18, 19, 20, 20. Yeah, 4 years ago. So it's a little old. But I wanted to do something different that I could do episodically, weekly, instead of just doing Minecraft all the time, because I wanted something different. And this one's been on my radar for a long time because I really liked watching Cinnamon Toast Ken play it. So I was like, might as well play it. Now, there are multiple endings to this because obviously your choices matter and things like that. But I'm going to do one playthrough just straight off my gut, like how I would do things. And then maybe I'll go through and do other ones, or maybe I'll just look at other endings and stuff like that. Because there's a couple things that you might want to get right if you're playing this, but then just use a walkthrough the first time playing it. But I'm not going to do that this time. So, new game. That actually got me a little bit. I got chills right there. That was a little unnecessary. Just a little bit. The Ermagerd! No, I think it's Ermagerd Mansion. What is all this stuff down here? It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermagerd, Luxborn, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand. Under their influence and wealth, there was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous, bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended with the good nobles perished at the hands of a plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermagerd. ... So dramatic, ... Also, if you hear background noise, my AC is on, like always. Sorry. It'll click on and off throughout this, so you might hear background noises change a lot. And I hope everything sounds fine. I just realized you're not getting any of this noises here. Hold up. What the heck? NVIDIA? You still can't hear it. What the heck? Hold on. Ah! It's raining. There we go. And there's been such a nice... And you didn't even hear the scream either then. Wow, that's a bummer. Mansion stood since 1620 as a witness to a long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was left uninhabited, and that is where it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, the stories remain much like the house itself. Now it's actually been 400 years, because 1620, and now it's 2020. Was last year. So 101 years. Whispers about the once great house, its legend, its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. It's a hoax, guys. How the heck could that be a hoax? With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secret that lie await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Dun, dun, dun. Dramatic. Good luck. Thanks, game. Feels like the game's breaking the wall a little bit. Isabella! I have to accept. Who's Rose?
Hello? Isabella?
Question mark, it
there?
says Rose.
Where are you?
So demanding. Watch it could actually hear me. A jittery voice.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
Dun, dun.
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises serious.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
Why? It's
It really
so
takes
big.
my breath away.
Imagine how long it'd take to clean.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything.
Phasmophobia would like to have a word with you.
They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with
Does
you
that mean
enough to
I'm a
curse you.
spirit?
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
That happened?
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one.
What?
I can feel it.
What house did they sell that had the
That
dead
was
body in the
one
sofa?
time, Isabella. Loosen up.
That's terrifying.
Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Poor
Fine,
baby.
fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Who was that?
Still as charming as ever, yeah. Becca. Giving me a questioning. Becca. She doesn't look questioning. She looks a little rude.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you.
You didn't want to finish that sentence? For your job back when you
You're
started.
working together again?
What
Just for
house?
this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
That was not what you wrote here. The big spooky one.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Yes.
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Fair. Need money.
What's so funny?
She laughs. That's what it said.
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character.
Girl, I need to eat.
I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking
My
out
God.
ever since you got assigned to it.
I honestly
Oh, I didn't
thought
read the
you'd
rest of
back
that.
out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
See, I need money. I need
Plus,
to eat.
listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
Heck yeah.
They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier.
Bonuses? Hell yeah.
They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
It's perfect. That's why we all have jobs. We're always desperate. Sympathetic look on her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
You think I want to borrow money?
Or Ashton.
Who wants to borrow money?
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
No. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. Honestly, like, girl, let me work. I can already tell what to expect once she has that
Becca.
expression.
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
I like noodles. Grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly raises. She's a great teacher of teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
What part of do you not understand that I need money? Of course I'm eating junk and cheap
You'll
food.
definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Oh, poor baby. You're not my mom. I eat other
Hey,
things too.
I eat other things too.
This or that. Achievement unlocked. Wait. Journal. Oh, I can open it while I'm talking. Undiscovered. Profiles. Hello, that's Isabella. Birthday. 26 years old. 5'2", she's tiny. Real estate. Or just estate. Oh, she's Filipino. Oh. Fine arts. And yet you're a real estate agent? Police procedural dramas? Telestories, comedies, karaoke. Holy crap, there's a whole story here. Oh my god. She's a third among 7. Wow. Daughter of a laundrywoman and a jeepney driver. She went to public school, was average, but took to art easily. Then she pursued fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. That's probably what she's doing. Got it. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor, Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later Zachary through him. Oh, is Devlin Court the one that they found the body in the couch? Because that's sus, but it sounds about right. I'm making sure it's still running fine. And you can definitely hear the voices. Awesome. Undiscovered. Oh. I don't have one yet for Rebecca. I'm right in front of her. Relationship. Oh, that was a bump. I could have yelled at her. This is so, like, her pose is so, I'm gonna attack you people or something like that. If only my own relationship could go up with myself. Hold my arms across my chest, mocking her, giving her the best frown. Instead, she only raises
That's
an eyebrow.
not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week.
What part of I need money
The
do you
instant
not
noodle
get?
cups outnumber everything else.
You're just
And?
exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet?
Yeah.
I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
That's pretty good. For someone who's sending money home to her family, clearly. Clearly! Her nose wrinkles by the end. She even went a little green. Hamburgers are yummy. I would have laughed if I didn't know it'd only lead to more reprimands.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
And?
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In
Girl,
any case,
give me to the horror.
those are
You're
still
so
not
annoying.
exactly healthier choices, Belle.
Shakes her head, laughing. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words. Sometimes it's just better to let her talk. Turns back, there's only a warm smile.
What am I going to do with you?
Stop being my mom. Voice is shifting to something kinder, even motherly.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing.
Just because we're friends doesn't mean you have to worry about what I'm eating.
Didn't I tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
You guys are really changing what they're
Thanks,
saying
Becca.
here.
I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me.
Yeah.
You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And
Like,
I'm not
seriously,
going to ask
and
you
it's
to
so
give me
weird
what
to
you
borrow
earned
money
hard for
between
yourself.
friends. I get it, family, but not friends.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
Shut up. Not in response. Pretty certain I'll never take it. Ever. Nothing to do with pride. Simply seeing how friendships can take a turn for the worse because of unpaid debts. Yeah, exactly. Don't want something to happen between us. We may argue about a lot of things, but she feels like a sister. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. It takes a glance at something behind me and snaps
Nope,
me out of my
enough
thoughts.
chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later.
Why did I just visit you for
Good
lunch
luck with your
at
clients.
work? That's
you
weird.
better treat us to lunch or something.
You bet!
Shifting through the pages of a history book, she's probably working. Why does she look so sad or worried or something? Starts coughing heavily. Oh. For someone who makes a habit of worrying out other people, she forgets to take care of
Hey,
herself.
you sure
Yeah.
you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Why is she at work? COVID! I'm kidding.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine, and I'll be right as rain.
No, that doesn't help anything. Especially when you are talking to kids and stuff. She's had it for a cold couple days, something about strange weather not agreeing with her, so having allergies? Despite my advice to take the week off, I found her apartment empty. Yeah, she should have stayed home. And left the medicine that if a doctor prescribed you medicine, then it's a pretty serious thing. She should have stayed home.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work
She
and
even
stop
sounds
making that
stuffy
Rose
now, but
girl
she
wait
wasn't
for you.
before.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
That was a weird cut. Sorry, I didn't mean to click so fast. Why do I bother? There's no stopping her once she decides on something. Pull out her medicine she left. Fortunately, this is not one thing I'm
All
letting her
right,
have her way.
but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink. I'll see you later, okay?
Drink your medicine.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Hey, allergies or eating ramen? Or, sorry, sickness is a little more important than eating ramen.
Rebecca!
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Annoying. At the small wave, I leave her classroom. Bye, annoying woman. Hail a passing taxi to take me to property. Mansion is, that was aggressive of me. There's some ways in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently everyone knows about it, including the rumors around it. In fact, just to mention the name is enough to give locals cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there. It only boosted my belief that there's something more to it. Even the news of it being renovated and placed up on the market caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down weeks later. The place would have been a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away. Might as well get work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has a way of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I actually hear the buzz. That was cool. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably Rose.
Rose?
Oh, Ash. Hello.
Guess again.
I can't read caller ID because you're question mark, so I have no idea.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
What?
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
That beep.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house.
When
and
I think
we're
she's
expecting
done, it
quite a
doesn't
number
stop.
of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
Yes.
You
Oh my
know,
god!
The big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my way there
Jacobean?
right now, actually.
Jacobian.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Barely.
Shut up.
Chuckles, roll my eyes.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Thanks.
Whatever. Bye.
Asshole. Always teasing me. I'll show him who's tough. It sounds like he's with Becca, though, so why is he trying to pick me up? It takes a few moments before I reach the infamous mansion. What happened on the timeline? New on the 21st. Oh, what's happening back here on the 17th? I like that it gives me a timeline, though. Before going, Isabella dropped by, so that happened right now. So why is there back in time? That's weird. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Oh no. It does look wonderful from the outside. But do you hear the background noise? Oh my god. Don't make me sneeze right now. I don't want to sneeze. Yes, it's a beautiful house, but the background noise is sketch. Despite all this, it looks like it's just something is wrong. I didn't read that right. Ignore that. In the surrounding area, it's unusually silent. The only rustling of leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes by. While Anselm Village is a few miles away, everyone keeps their distance on purpose, perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under its curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie, and it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't even imagine how this place looks at
You
night.
planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Ma'am, I'm reading. Ma'am. The voice makes me jump out of my... It made me jump out of my skin a little bit. Without taking my eyes off the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Who does that? Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and hand him the money with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Actually, yeah, this whole house.
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place.
Yes.
Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace. And I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I
Fair.
admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it.
Maybe they live too far away. I
No
don't
wonder
know.
they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
Yeah.
You never know.
He drives off. Gives me a foreboding feeling, though. I breathe out a heavy sigh and approach the house. After hearing the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take a turn, but I'm already here. Backing out is out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus or commission one way or another, I gotta sell the property. The door's ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hands, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. That's when you call Rose, and you don't go in. Maybe the only people hear this early, but I'll never known her to as someone who's careless. Oh God. This is shaking. I don't like that. I do like these paintings. This one looks weird. This one looks cute. These two look annoying. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, and searched every nook and cranny and crevice to make it spick and span. Who's they? Were the people who cleaned this aware of all the rumors for this place? Because I think that they'd be a little... they'd find it hard to find people to clean this place. For the sake of making the mansion more enticing to modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever, as though it's gonna eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed
Rose?
again. Now you ask? You should have asked outside.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
Outside, probably. Voice echoes throughout the hallways. Dot, dot, dot. Who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be on the other side of the property for all I know. That's why I should have called outside. But...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
that's why you should have called outside. We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house. You never know. It ate her. The ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away. Spirited away! Yes, that's exactly what's happening in this one. Dot, dot, dot. So dramatic. Lost signal deeper in the house. Try
The number
again.
you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Interesting that they voice acted that, but not this background stuff. Oh boy. Very bad
Rose?
feeling.
If you can hear me, please come out.
No.
Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No way. This isn't gonna work. This place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking. I took a deep breath before venturing deeper. Oh god, the noises. Taking a couple steps forward, I noticed something move above the grand staircase. Yeah, it's probably this.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
There's nothing.
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out.
Am I supposed to be seeing something other than this moving?
Not coming out, huh? Fine. I'm going.
The echo, really. I would have left anyways. And just call her outside.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you? Rose, come on. Where are you?
I'm attic.
That sounds
What?
fun.
The attic? Why?
Yeah, this is when you go outside. It's a big attic. There's no signal. How's there no signal in the attic? You'd think the basement would be the one with no signal. Making it in the creepiest room. But if there's a basement, it's creepier. Whatever, I'll just go. Sooner meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. Make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It's pretty. It branches out to 2 major wings of the mansion, east and west. Okay, noises. What's this? Is that saving? 2. No, it's just letting me know I can skip. 2 attics, 1 on each side. What? East one is converted to storage rooms. Somehow I find it least likely for her to wander by herself. She never liked to go into stuffy storage rooms, so I head to the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones, weird, and covered with thick coating of dust. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there is no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why didn't they bother to add one here when they renovated? It escapes me. They did it with the rest of the house. Small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Looks exactly as it did the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? And then the cleanliness is least of my concerns right now, and more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her, or did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience at the estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was her last message to me before the curse got her. So dramatic, Isabella. Shut up, brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? Jeez, what the hell was that? ... So dramatic. I can't do this anymore, I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and the outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. She should have done this a while ago. They can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look around the gloomy old room just to check.
What's this?
No, leave. 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 Everything wrong with a horror movie ever. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like a letter. No! That's the title of this game. So we're done now. No, I'm kidding. Just leave. You just leave if you're this freaked out by a house. Lean down and pick it up. This animation. Strange. I don't recall seeing this. A few days back, me and the other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look in the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it. Did Rose leave this for me? I feel like there's gonna be a quick time event or something, because it said there was some. I could have missed her, though, could I? This is only the stairs that lead here. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition, but it looks ancient. Paper's so thin, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But you're holding it! Open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? What?
Pass it on, achievement unlocked.
Oh my god.
It just says help me a lot. I don't know why you're freaking out. Crimson shaded pen. Or blood. It'd be weird if it was blood. They'd have to drain it and then put it in a pen. Yeah. I gulp. The same phrase goes on and on until... Send this to 5 people or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
Or else death. As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room suddenly gets colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. I'm not gonna look. Beat! Hey, she needs like a pedicure and maybe some more tendons or something. Blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh and bone and all manner of these things I'm not meant to see. It's too much. All of it's too much. I want to cry and call for help, but my words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move. Completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Close eyes and pray. Be brave and look up. Close eyes and pray. Shut my eyes tight, muttering fervent prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
If God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. ... And I wait some more. Nothing happens. I dare to take a peek. Only to find the ghost, the thing, or whatever it is gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back away towards the door. Wrenching it open, I slip out the second thought and make a run for it down the stairs and onto the hallway. Oh, it's dark now. Or it's getting there. Make sure it isn't behind me. And any other person who might have stopped dismissed it as a trick of the light and an overreactive imagination, but I'm not taking any chances. I'm not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. I don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Whatever that is, every warning bell in my mind is telling me that it's going to jump out at any moment and get me while I'm still in this place. That just got dark so quick.
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
I'm racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me, and my shoe slips. Woo! Ow. Oh, hey! Is that me? No, I'm kidding. Head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. Dun dun dun. I literally did ... but I said dun dun dun. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Loading, I think. I'm gonna have to check my stuff down here. Load? Oh, I had to click. A buzz breaks the silence. Hold up, I'm looking at my journal. While looking for missing agent, she finds the letter. Is this going to be like a lot of pages for each day, possibly? I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the buzzing and poking and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up. Decimate!
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. I just want to sleep more. Something cold is suddenly pressed at the back of my head. Icy sensation slowly spreads, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. Maybe. No. I'm just sleeping. My eyes snap open, and there's Rose. Hi, Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why someone else is with her. She screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. Wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, only until a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. Until only. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright, and she hands me my ice pack and gestures for me to press it to my bump, and a light ache in the area.
All right,
indicates.
Isabella, where are we?
Hello?
The Ermengarde mansion.
Oh my god!
Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
Your mom?
October 21st?
That's what the journal
Rose.
says.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12-teen. No, that's wrong.
12-teen, though. I like 12-teen.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
Yes. It's impossible to overlook her with the way she towers over us. Here, I thought Rose was tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? With how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive one at that, and the gloves alone must have cost a fortune. Unreadable expression before fixing a sharp gaze on me. Can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself. She may be far from the cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor doing
Just
evaluation.
do it, please.
I them both, but then I recite everything. Rose breathes, releases a breath of release once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance.
Ambulance.
Are you all right?
No.
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Yeah, what she said.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss
Sure.
sent a few of them back this morning for some last-minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure.
I'm sounding crazy.
Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
They look at me like I've grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose apologetically smiles at the woman before awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious, and she looks back at me, and she takes both my shoulders, gently squeezes it with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you.
Well,
you know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I fell down the stairs. Do you think I'm all right?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And
yeah, it's all Rose's fault, clearly.
Whoever it is.
All Rose's fault.
And I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down.
I'm just gonna blame Rose.
Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Then don't act like this. I can't miss an important sale because I'm a bump in my head. I've had worse when I was a kid.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose the commission, but that's completely besides the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself out the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange worried glances, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation, and she says no.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Sure.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Oh, I could be dying. The woman is looking at the two of us, making her stare making me shrink back a little. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is, but not in a scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At her lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, swift to catch my blunder.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Sorry. That's what it sounded like. Trolley, interior designer, Rose, okay, fun. Words interior designer catch my eyes before they flip it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion. I won't hold it against her. Despite the heresies and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been completely intact and restored. I suppose some people find the trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical
Miss McCullough,
charm.
I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though.
Thanks.
I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with a perplexed look. And against my better judgments, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
Should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
Ermengarde!
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the situation. We'll check with the supervisor. I don't know. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We'll check with her. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head and confusion.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she looks at me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in this business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property.
Yeah.
If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Your voice changed there. It lost your accent. Both Rose and I breathed. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number for our office to check, even if she didn't ask. I'll be very frustrated if for some reason someone had already decided without mine or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair when we've been working so hard on this property. Moments later, she returns, looking frustrated, but with an apology clear on her face. Feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here.
Sure.
I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
Oh my god. Sure, I'll save. I had to right-click? That's weird. Sorry.
And Isabella? I left a few documents
Maybe
in my car.
I will actually go back
you know
and
where I
redo
keep
some
those.
choices. Sure.
Can you please get it for me?
Sure.
And hurry. We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay,
Sure.
got it.
They disappear. Try to bring stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming or comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think about what happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any phone call. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. And if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm. Its jagged edges create shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching them. It's a reminder of that I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours. Sell the house, get the money. Sell the house. Oh my god, hello. Did she not see that? Marion likes me. I'm surprised Rose isn't on here. Where the hell is Rose supposed to be? A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day with this. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. So are we in Australia? Aren't magpies in Australia mostly? But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look pleased being ordered around, but what they do about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Rose doesn't look professional in the slightest. Who would wear this to an open house for this many rich people? It's ridiculous.
We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Ground and first? That's weird. Hearing this, a few wandered to me, mostly old ladies who seemed daunted by climbing the stairs. Miss McCulloch also joins the group, but really catches my eye as the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
No. Magazine or TV, maybe. Most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I wouldn't be surprised if these two already had. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though, and if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection, and the matching rings on their fingers just to cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. My only sunshine. How could I see this if they're wearing it? Whatever. Exactly. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in Maya Rose's group are brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, papers in hand, I lead the way. Journal keeps getting updated, man. I'm on here. Oh, down there. Dude, this is a lot. It's gonna be different per person I play as. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, and I answered them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about urban legends. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxborn knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones.
The glass thing.
I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
The glass thing.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde.
Ermengarde!
The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I stop talking, her attention is elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
How bold of her. The rest of the conversation gets lost in the chatter of companions. I don't want to make assumptions, but if their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope, please let these guys be the one. Eventually our group reaches the kitchen. This is a very old kitchen. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classic appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. Yeah, but how are they going to actually cook here if they don't actually have a stove and they have to use that? Mad props to cleaning crew, seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about soot and tar staining the bricks. How much of a pain in the arse cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off or make it look presentable
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Death.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
God, you're arrogant. This isn't the first time the guy in gray speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms I signed. Instead, an attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any interest in the place, but this time something lights up in his eyes and the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who's seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, especially my younger siblings, but grown men, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
That's so much money in wine.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Well, it'd keep the bottles in good condition too. Jeez.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard?
How stereotypically anime.
Start one here.
Just like, ooh.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't
if
big
it's
enough.
space you're worried about, sir, the
Ermengarde
Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
Contemplative look on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he started to show interest. I smile. I may not completely understand how these work, how their minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are headed to the parlor. Funny, the first time that my company had us survey the property, I kept complaining about how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. I mean, it's a lot of money. When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. Dun dun dun. Starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. I hear these weird whispers, it's weird. Weird whispers is weird. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. Dear God, these whispers are annoying. I need to sit down for a moment. Old ladies in the group have been requesting a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor.
I think a neighbor came home? I don't know. I just felt the floor shake, and I don't live in an earthquake-prone area anymore, so this is a little sus. These whispers don't help me at all.
In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
My desk was shaking. What the heck? Let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, and the same words are spiraling out in a silent prayer until my hand touches my shoulder.
Hello? You there?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Totes.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just
Ma'am,
Hannah.
right?
Call me
Who
Hannah.
would say ma'am, right? That's such a terrible...
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain stops. Sick feeling plaguing me is gone, replaced by bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she'd tasted sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I mean, yeah.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah.
Why would you even talk about that?
I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Same.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
How do I secure it?
Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here?
Lovely
Leaving
ladies.
me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
He says lovely too frequently. It's
what
gross.
would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
Bribes. With her nails digging into my shoulder, I can't help but seeing an imploring look with Miss Her, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Stop saying it.
Isabella.
Jeez.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors, too, and what's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face, and turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush,
Well, I
love.
mean, it kind of is.
Let
No,
the girl
kidding.
do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
They're emails. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I wanted to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess up. But the way Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen
That's
if I
good to
interrupt
hear.
her.
See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
I hate the name Buttercup for a nickname. Smiles back on her face when she turns to me, hands me the strange piece
I
of
would
paper.
still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter. Again, game title. In my hands, my sides crinkle in my grip, my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my
Isabella?
mind.
Isabella? Are you all right? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more to say, no, I'm not all right. I want to leave this place because I remember everything. This letter and the blood-soaked limbs in the attic, it's all real. Oh my god, I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eyes.
The letter. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Careless, I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? Show the letter to Rose. You know what? I'll show it. How is my relationship status? She's not even on the list. She's not even on the list. Oh, Marianne. I blurted out before I could think twice about what I was going to say.
We need to get out of here.
Why did I say it? I thought she was just going to show the letter. Shoot. Tight expression on her face when she
Isabella,
pulls me
we've
aside.
already had a conversation about this week.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
I thought you would just show her the letter.
I thought it was just nothing, but...
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both of our shoulders, pulling the two of us a distance closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense.
This guy's so
A smile
creepy.
fits the two of you better, in my opinion.
And now he's doing the classic, oh, why don't you
Especially
just smile?
darling little Lily here.
What? That's not even my name. And gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze with an inscrutable smile.
It's Isabella, sir.
Yeah, not Lily.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
I'm sure what? Pressure my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lip, while the scowl on her face is a splash of cold water on me. Impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McClugh's face, too. The realization that we might lose a sale because of my outburst dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I mutter an apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused enough trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like that. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Wait!
No, I'm leaving. This place is crazy. The apprehension must have been obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
I'm not angry.
Well, I am.
I know.
I need money.
I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before.
This is a problem?
If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, trailing off. Her fingers fiddling with the paper. Stupid letter. She gives it back. I take it, more as an automatic response than a desire to have it back. I'll throw it away. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
No.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
What? Wait. No, I can still work.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
This is humoring? Pleading for understanding, and I do understand to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful, whether at myself or unlucky turn a situation is taken, or for her, I don't know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Wait, does that mean I have to be alone?
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
Yes.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment.
With the body in the couch?
He called me a noob. And I don't even know what that means.
And then we giggle.
So, are we good?
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
You want me to stay alone?
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Just let me walk
You
around.
clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
You want me to
Let
be
me
alone?
finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
Okay. Okay. Left with nothing to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight. Others can be seen admiring antiques. A group of elderlies gathered across the way is occupied by friendly banter. A little argument here, occasional laughter, smile. Conversation reminds me of what I've been missing. Rose is probably right, I need a break. Or maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours earlier than when I told him, but he did ask for me to call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back, and he offered, so I might as well take it or bribe him into giving me one. Well, he already offered, so yeah. Not that I'll accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, is that. Whatever way works, a free ride is a free ride. Rose is offered too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a small favor, as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple minutes and a few prayers asking decent signal. The call finally connects, and
Beggars watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
What?
Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
City. Beggars watch
Is he
out,
listening to this song?
beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly
Disrupting
for
the
an Asian
pleasant
guy.
quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to search for the source. Eyes dart around a small crowd before zeroing in a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people. He is facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. I don't need to see his face. Oh, he's here. Oh. I'm not in
Of
the
all
mood
the
to deal
times
with this.
to...
Ashton Frey!
Why is he here? What happens next is something I'll regret later for not having recorded. He jumps, letting out a yelp, followed by his phone slipping out. It's a cracked screen now if you got an iPhone. I feel sorry for the phone and the floor, but it's not every day that you catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. It'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. An awkward pause between us. A blink, a cough. He makes a face, and then in a too quick of a motion, he ducks to retrieve his phone, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept down his neck and his cheeks. In another universe where we hadn't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find it adorable. Well, obviously you do, because you just mentioned it. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I
gonna
could
name him
stand to be greeted
asshole
like
here?
a normal
Asshole?
person, you know.
No.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
It's okay, we
I
played
am
a game.
so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Dude. Sorry.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a
Talk
guest
to your own
here.
hand.
What?
He looks like a cat swallowed a canary, suddenly checking every nook and cranny. On his phone for scratches, he seems to be more interested than explaining
Ash?
himself.
I could be looking to buy a house.
No.
A mansion?
You're not that
Yeah,
rich.
why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me, the parlor. Curious, I follow his gaze. Before I can figure it out, he places his hand on my shoulder and turns me back to
I
face
just finished
him.
working on something, so I dropped by.
Where are you nearby? You work in town. At my confused look, he drops his hand, resting on my arm like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Why did you throw him
me?
out?
Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it.
Fair.
And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Yeah. Something must have shown, because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for him, and how, given how often he looks as if everything around him is a chore, he's like Shikamaru. I avoid his eyes, and hoping he'll drop the subject. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened. In fact, he's the last person on Earth that I'll ever think about telling it to if I can help it. He's he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped even me without asking for it, but stuff like ghosts and supernatural, he'll never believe it if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of being real. My bad. At worst, he's insufferable and poke fun of you every chance. Asshole. What did I ever do to him? He never does this to Becca or Zach. I can only imagine how things will go down the moment I say what happened. Nope, not over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep
What's
into
wrong?
my bag.
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's
I
still
said
early.
nothing.
And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
I'm leaving. Scary again. Not the usual autumn draft, but welcoming change from that mansion. He's quick behind me. thumping hard against the concrete. He calls out twice. The mansion looms in the background. Whispers calling me back. Help me. Oh, hey. That's unpleasant. I don't look back yet. Good. We spend the ride back to Luxembourg City in a relatively quiet manner with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally he'll reach out and fiddle with it until a signal settles on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs. I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left. Keep my eyes trained on the scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him. Tosses something at me from the compartment outside, hits me in the chin before I can catch it, and the small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead. The glare I send him wipes a smirk about to form clearly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. And I know he did it on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package in my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
Yum.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there.
Sugar.
Have you eaten lunch yet?
No. Stomach rumbled is what it says. No surprise, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after, but I didn't. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of those things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, I tear the package open and start eating it. Apart from the acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything aside from that. From that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful of both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not gonna
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house.
Yeah.
I've never felt so underdressed in my life.
Talk about Rose. She was even worse.
Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to
You mean
this
no, you
property,
wouldn't?
you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which
Money.
brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca.
Yeah, why
Anyhow,
would he
you're
should not have
hell-bent on
told him?
selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not wrong.
I hate you. I really hate you right now. I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes
You
free
don't seem
donuts.
too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
God. Every noise is freaking me out. I've seen this game before and I'm still
Or is
like...
it the wardrobe this time?
She freaks out, basically. The letters in my bag.
Things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry. Just... stuff happened.
Stuff happened?
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your
Stuff and
clients,
things
the
and
rights,
stuff
was
and
it?
things. Change the subject, lie to him. Not
You keep
lie.
asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Yeah, why would I lie to him?
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Changing subject is better than lying. Besides, it never works. I'm not sure if it's because it's just bad or he's really good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only shifting a glance at me and looking back at the road. Outside, the sun has started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably just trying to avoid the
Didn't we
rush
just
hour
talk a
traffic.
week ago over chat?
That's
A week ago
different.
counts?
Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
That's true.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Yeah,
Shut
but
up.
it's not a conversation.
And you aren't answering my question.
It's great, but it's not a conversation. And only make his head bigger.
All right, lay off on the abuse.
No, punch him.
Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been
No?
trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
Oh, it's Luke, isn't it? It's been a big case he's been working on. While most of it's trimmed down version, the only things he can tell, he has been careful about that. Even the way he spends his answers to my question, just enough to satisfy curiosity but not to say everything. At one point his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it too much. It's the guy, isn't it? The rights, the Luke, whatever. Normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I'd consider taking on the same job as him. Well, not really. Mama would have never allowed that, but the idea is still there, along with countless others that I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Small crowd has already formed in the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. And I think I'm gonna have to stay stop there, because baby's waking up, husband's gonna be home soon, and I've been going for an hour and 16, which is about normal for me. Hopefully I'll be back, not tomorrow, Wednesday, but Thursday I'll be back. I'm probably doing this again, and I'll probably just keep doing this, and maybe a couple other games similar to it. So I hope you guys, oh my god, I have to sneeze, enjoy me reading things out loud, basically, and the horror interesting. I know it picks up in the end, not in the end, in the middle and the end. It's a little slow in the beginning, which, I mean, that's how most horror things are. So it does pick up. It's just trying to introduce all the characters right now. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye guys.